What's up,
YouTube? What it do?
It's been a minute. Man, we've been
back again with a cognac
busy.
conversation. Y'all already know we got our cognac ready. You know, I guess I'm cranking along.
So
I've already been sipping on mine, so I'm sorry in advance.
A little bit.
But hold on.
A little bit. Don't let it bite you.
Woo!
Don't let it
Y'all
bite you.
ready to get it started? Let's get it started. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna bring up, talk about a little something, a little this, a little that.
You know what? The biggest news over the weekend, and we all know this, was Kaepernick.
Yeah.
Okay, so for anybody who may not know, Colin Kaepernick was allegedly blackballed from the NFL for his stance on equal rights. He was cut from the San Francisco 49ers, and from there he never got a tryout. He never got just another fair chance with another team. So he sued the NFL for collusion, and he won a undisclosed amount from all the owners in the NFL. And ever since then, he's been fighting for a chance to get a tryout or just a fair shake just to be on another team. So over the weekend, the NFL organized a workout for him and for any other teams. Well, I mean, him together with the NFL organized a workout so that he could showcase his abilities for the NFL and any team that wanted to come and check it out. It's to my understanding that the Falcons had the most interest, which is why they helped him organize it. It was supposed to be at Flowery Branch, which is north of Atlanta, and it's the Falcons training facility. And so he, at the last moment, decided to move it to a high school. He invited everybody to still come, and before he didn't want any media. I mean, it was supposed to be limited media coverage, and he invited all the media out to the workout. He went out, did the workout. Said it had a brief statement to say to the media, and then from there he just left. He didn't take any questions. He said what he said, and he got out of there. So what do you guys think about it? I mean, like,
me personally, I feel as though he did that for clout.
You think so?
Just because. Me personally, I just don't understand why would he want to go back to an organization that didn't want him because of his beliefs. And you did, and you've been gone what 3 years.
3
and
years.
Now you decide to do a training that was no media. Then all of a sudden, since the ball was in your court, I think that's how he was trying to reel them in. Pretty much telling them, the ball, I got this now, and I don't feel like he went about that the right way. I mean, I'm all for him trying to, get back in the game that he loved to do, but I don't feel like the NFL was against him at this point because they wouldn't have came out. I don't feel like, me personally, I don't feel as though they would have taken that time out to come to see him train. Everybody wasn't interested, but they wouldn't have went that far. I feel as though they could have been looking for something. He could have been signed within a matter of weeks. And I feel like he messed himself up. I feel like he blackballed himself again. I feel like there is no more Colin Kaepernick. That's just how I feel at this point.
That's how you feel?
I mean, at this point, it's been 3 years. Why? I understand, you do your passion, but why continue to try to be in an organization that doesn't want you because of your beliefs? Like, I don't understand that part. I can, with the settlement that he received, we don't know that amount, but
and endorsements from Nike,
right? And endorsements, all that. He could have done so much to make his own type of. I don't know. I just think that him going back into the NFL is not going to resolve the issue.
Correct. It's not going to resolve the issue that he wants.
Yeah.
But at the same time, him taking a knee was completely random. And then it started making a statement because the more statements he started to make, the more money he started.
And the thing is, he wasn't the only player that, when he did that, he wasn't the only
Correct.
player.
He took it.
He was the only player that got the backlash of it. It's like,
I feel like
Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake again. He ripped it off, but she got the backlash of it.
Like, I feel
and he
like
didn't get anything. Mm-hmm.
Colin played the NFL just as how the NFL plays these other members. He got them in a rift. He got them to respond even though they weren't supposed to. Even though that's not, they, you know, every now and again they'll say something. But he really got people in their feelings. Like, they lost a tremendous amount of support behind Colin. And I feel like that movement that he made from this statement that he was trying to prove, he should have took that a step further. If he's really all about equality, peace. Like, you causing more uproar now than when you actually took that knee.
Right. Okay, here's my stance on it. I feel like, okay, for one, you have to know that every NFL team has tryouts on Tuesdays.
Right. That was the thing about
there's plenty of chances that they could have given him if they really legitimately wanted to.
Right.
And I also feel like this had all of the makings of them being able to say, okay, well, we gave it a chance. We're still not going to sign him, but
right.
At least we tried.
Right.
To me, the whole thing just seems forced. Like, why is it necessary for him to organize, or excuse me, not for just him, but for him and the NFL to organize one workout for one player in one city for all 32 NFL teams? Like,
on a
day they normally travel.
He orchestrated that.
I mean, it wasn't just him, because if it was just him, then he would have done it a long time ago. I'm sure the man still has some personal relationship with football, because if you've played football at a high level the way that he has, there's no way that you can get there without the passion. You have to have, at some point, you have to have a passion for the game, because if you don't, you'll get hurt.
But how?
It's not like basketball where you can do it just because you have the ability. Like, a perfect example, you guys may or may not know him, but Andrew Bynum used to play for the Lakers. He was a center, big guy. I mean, and he won if I'm not mistaken, he won a championship with one of those teams that he was on with Kobe. If I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on it, but he literally just lost the passion for it. I mean, he got to the point where he was almost fighting on the court.
But that's the thing. Do you feel as though Colin still has the passion for it, or now he just feel? I feel like him setting it up and him going that far was for something else. I don't think it's to get back into the game, because he knows that it might have been one team that might have picked him up.
I mean, there's a few teams that could use him. At the very least.
Put him on the practice
if I'm an NFL team that has to face one of these mobile young black quarterbacks like a Deshaun Watson or Lamar Jackson, one of these Patrick Mahomes, one of these young guys that can move and throw the ball the way that he does, I'll at the very least, I'm signing him so that I can use him to scout them. So at the very least, he has a spot on my team for that purpose. There's no way that you're gonna tell me that who's some of these guys, Ryan Tannehill and Ryan Fitzpatrick, some of these guys that are soaking up space on the bench. Hell, even on the Falcons, we have Matt Schaub, and I don't even know what's the third string quarterback name. I don't even know his name.
I know another Matt.
But there's no way that those guys are better than him for a backup position. Hell, he can go to Miami Dolphins right now and start.
They need anybody.
They're trying to tank to get a guy that's still in college, who may or may not be the first round pick right now because he got hurt in a freak accident on Saturday. So, I mean, there's no way that if they really wanted to sign Kaepernick, that they couldn't have done it by now.
All right. Well, let's take a breather.
I mean, we could go for an hour on that one topic. Like, so on another note, we all need to calm down. So maybe we should practice whatever meditation methods Omarion is using
unbotheredness
unbothered.
To the utmost.
He is like, if you look at the definition of unbothered in the dictionary,
Omarion
is in there.
He's a vibe.
Really,
he's a vibe that we all strive to be.
2020 Omarion. That's all
I feel, but you know what though?
I strive to be that unbothered.
I feel like he's unbothered to the public now, right? But this is somebody he was with for like 7 years. Two children.
But how long have they been?
They've been broken up for a while. I think he was bothered at first because just from the interview that I seen, with the questions that was being asked,
you can say Vlad.
He considered Lil Fizz a friend until they rolled the clip and showed like, oh wow. So I guess we are just a business relationship.
No, let me clarify that because I looked at the because he hasn't put together. The way that Vlad does is he puts out he puts out sections of his interview and then at the end he'll put together the whole interview and then release the whole thing. So he hasn't released the whole interview yet. But from the pieces that I've seen, it was almost like B2K was not almost, but it was definitely like that. B2K was a group already before Omarion was there. So he felt like, looking back at it, it was just a working relationship. So they had, of course, when you're around somebody that much, being on tours and making albums and stuff, they had some level of friendship, together. But it was never like best friends. Okay. So I can, with thinking about it that way, I can see how
friend tendencies.
It was like a frenemy kind of.
I wouldn't say I could he had stronger relationships with others.
But he said that the three of them were already a group, and they came and saw him at like a talent show or something like that. I forget what he said. But they saw him and asked if he wanted to join their group, and that's how it happened. And then from there, they eventually got pulled apart by management. So, they started, having studio sessions and interviews and stuff without him, and the management started booking Omarion to do his solo career, and each one of them were doing their solo things, and just they eventually got pulled apart, and then the business wasn't good, so we got to a point where it was like, F y'all, like if that's how y'all gonna do me, then F y'all, and that's how it's gonna be, and then they, the money.
I still feel
it was a lot going on.
No matter what the relationship was, I feel like Fizz overstepped his boundaries. I don't care how much time has been allowed. I don't care what they went through. That's still, you made money with this person. You get what I'm saying? So your loyalty, I'm big on loyalty. And if you've been feeling like that, where you can, smash my baby mama or get with my baby mama after we've been knowing each other longer than you've known her, and you formed this bond with her, and I think they formed a bond way before her and Omarion split.
They did, because when it first happened,
I'm not with it.
When it first happened, Lil Fizz made a post that and I'm paraphrasing, but it said something to the effect that I've been waiting my turn.
And
so that lets you know that he was already he was already plotting.
Right.
He was already plotting, but that lets you know what type of person that he is. Mm-hmm. Now, if you haven't heard the statement that Omarion put out, he just basically said that, I don't feel any way about it.
Right.
They asked him, about how he feels about Lil Fizz and dating his baby, the mother of his child. I don't like to say baby mama, but the mother of his child. And he said, I feel no ways about it.
Just wish they changed the narrative.
He just wishes that they would change the narrative, and if their relationship is genuine, then it shouldn't include him.
Right.
The only way that he is attached to her is through their children.
Right.
So, and that's just, to me, that's just a grown man not being petty.
And I ain't
petty.
If I broke bread with you, you about to get these hands, and that's it.
Well, who's to say that he didn't behind
because
the scenes?
It's not about
Omarion,
it's not about you. It's not about you being. It's not about you getting with her. It's in the manner of which how you did it. You get what I'm saying? Like, we broke bread together at one point. It was a brotherhood, regardless if it was fake or whatever the case is. Like, that's just what it is. These boys have like 20-some years in the making. That is harsh for you. But you could tell that LaFizz don't care. And April just as I'm not trying to be funny, but she ain't the brightest. I don't care how many college degrees she got. That just lets you know what type of snake person she has always been. You get what I'm saying? It's always been something between them. Because they've been best friends now in the media blogs for years now, at least 2. So they've been for 2 years. You know.
Yeah, you're censoring yourself.
I'm just saying.
What you got to say about that?
I'm just like Omarion. You know, I'm just.
Unbothered.
It is what it is.
I mean,
I'm unbothered. It's none of my business. However they want to kick you, however they want to get down, y'all get down how y'all get down. If nobody's in their feelings about it, and you know,
like Omarion said, you know, or what should I say? The reason why I feel like he wants them to change the narrative is because when they first came out as a relationship, it was just all about on the defense. Oh, we together and we don't care what nobody's got to say and blah 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 blah. I mean, they just going off. You don't have to defend that if you really. Why? Happy. If you really that happy, and I'm the type of person where I'm private anyway when it comes to things like that. But if you really that happy together, then why does it have to include him? Why does it seem that y'all trying to piss him off or you want to jump on top? You wanted to be defensive. You want to get out in front of it and be defensive as to what his reaction may be. Like, it shouldn't matter. And if y'all were really for him, then you would have came and discussed it with him beforehand as adults. But enough of that.
So on that note, let's move on.
No, let's not. We're gonna keep it tight because Popeyes.
Let me tell y'all something. Popeyes on Broadway, this chicken sandwich, y'all thought it was gonna be different than what it was before. They have the chicken sandwich in stock, but y'all are still out here acting a complete and utter fools over. I'm talking about beating up people, fighting employees fighting each other, fighting people in the land, tearing your cars up, your car ain't working every $1,500.
People dying.
They got children working in the kitchen, handling raw chicken.
Listen, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Popeye just need to be like, you know what? Let's just end this.
But you know what though? That was the biggest marketing strategy I've ever seen. Cause Auntie ain't been on no commercial to tell us about no chicken sandwich.
She done told us about other stuff in the meantime.
She did I do remember she did one commercial way back when it first came out in April or May of this year.
But that's when it was for a limited time.
Right, and she was sitting on the sofa talking to a therapist saying, this is a fake accent. My New Orleans accent has all been fake. And, she was like, I'm just all about the chicken sandwich. But that was just one commercial. You haven't seen the Popeye commercial since. Black Twitter has been the face, literally the face of the Popeye chicken
Word of mouth is the best advertisement you could ever do for anybody. It's crazy
because when it originally came out in April and May, nobody really talked about it. It was like maybe
that's when I had it. It was
one
good.
Or two people talked about it.
It was good, but it was like greasy.
Was it like
it's not?
Time out. Let me ask y'all because both of you guys have had it. I still haven't had it. I'm just not a big chicken sandwich person. I mean, I will go to Chick-fil-A, but I'm just not a big chicken sandwich person. But is it worth fighting or losing your life over?
I would still pass Popeyes and go get me a McChicken sandwich from McDonald's because that's just what I love. You know what I'm saying?
It's not worth these hours waiting, these lines.
You know what? People don't know how to be individuals because right now it's about hype. It's about have you gotten into the topic of discussion? It ain't even worth all of that. It's very bready and it's greasy. And it don't have no cheese. Every chicken sandwich needs cheese. And it just don't have no cheese. Okay?
Tell us about it.
I'm just saying.
No, ma'am.
And the mayo on it doesn't even compliment the chicken sandwich. And the pit, it's not worth it. And that's just how I feel. Okay.
Listen,
I would prefer Chick-fil-A and McDonald's over Popeyes, and that just is what it is. Cause I'm not going for the masses. I got my own mind.
Okay. We got you. We understand you take. Okay, so
that's what I'm saying on that. And I got hot dog on chicken sandwich.
When it first came out, they took their time to make it. Now it's like they're mass producing it, as in they just throwing a bun in the little bun thing, put some fresh collar, they throw a little mayo on it. So it's not that same quality as it was when it first came out. When I first got it, it was a good chicken. It was something unexpected because of that Popeye seasoning. You got that on a chicken sandwich. You're like, dang, okay, I know, others, Chick-fil-A or McDonald's or Wendy's, whatever, they got their little thing, but it's something about having that chicken sandwich at Popeye. It was a little something different.
Right.
But then now it's like they just slopping it together, so you don't get that same quality. Now I had one now, and it's like I'm not finna go through this for a chicken sandwich. I'm not trying to go in the restaurant to get stabbed or killed or slapped or beat up or body slam or tear my car. I'm not trying to go through all that just for a $3.99 chicken sandwich.
Right.
It's not worth $3.99. I promise you, it's not.
That lady tore the whole side of her.
Tearing up your car trying to jump a line.
Some people lost their lives behind.
That's what I'm saying. And
she did $5,000 for damage to a $3,500 car over a $4 sandwich.
My thing is that all this stuff has happened, and Popeyes has yet came out and said, you know what, we're going to make these movements for this. For our
make it a permanent. If you see that it's a big deal on your menu, make it a permanent item.
What they did was, if I'm not mistaken, before they brought it back out, they hired something like 4,000 employees or 40,000 employees.
Just to get through the rush for the new.
To get to the rush. But what it is that every Popeyes, if you're going to have a sandwich that has this level of popularity, what you're going to have to do is hire employees and teach them good customer service the same way Chick-fil-A does.
Timely fashion.
And
you're going to have to get more product because a lot of them, they were running out of product. Because the stores have quotas to make per day.
Yeah, but when you think about Chick-fil-A, that's mostly what their business is.
Customer service.
Popeye, that too.
Strive
but
off
I'm saying chicken sandwiches is what Popeyes does. Churches. Chick-fil-A does. But, Popeyes still has actual bone-in chicken to sell, in addition to chicken tenders, in addition to all the side dishes and variations and things that they have. So they have other things that they have to sell. So if you're going to have this chicken sandwich with this level of popularity, then you're going to have a dedicated fryer for that particular sandwich, a dedicated fryer for your chicken, so that way you can drop more chicken sandwiches. You can drop more chicken patties for the sandwiches, and that way you'll be able to turn them out in a timely fashion.
But see, it's not that the time thing of it, because when I went to the Popeyes and me, they literally had a whole session of nothing but chicken sandwich, and they were just sitting there because people not buying the chicken sandwich, they're buying the regular chicken.
But the one that's up here by our house, line still wrapped around the building.
And I understand about the need and the want of the chicken sandwich. My thing is everything that's happening, the backlash of it. Why haven't Popeyes came out and said, hey, we're going to do this, that, and the third to prevent people getting stabbed, people getting killed in a restaurant. And that's the first time that something like that has happened. Someone been killed in an establishment, and the owner or the social media or whoever's running the establishment social accounts haven't came out and said anything about it. Haven't addressed anything about it. You have establishment out here addressing a guy that don't even work for them anymore because the guy called the girl out her name and called her N-words and everything like that. But Popeyes have yet to say anything about this, and it's only probably going to get worse. We're waiting, and I'm sitting here waiting.
Just make it a permanent item, and we just gonna keep it moving.
But
make it a permanent item.
That, if I can understand making it a permanent item, that's fine. But it's everything else behind it. Still have the same thing.
You have to understand Popeye's principles. Their principles might not be what it is. You get what I'm saying?
If this happened in the Chick-fil-A, the owners of the Chick-fil-A, the CEO, anybody would have came out and said something so quickly.
They would have paid for the funeral.
Right.
They would. I mean, literally, they would have catered the repast.
Something.
What?
Popeyes have not said one single thing about this shit.
They're not going to.
And it's terrible because the one thing Black Twitter is so, and I don't want to just put it on Black Twitter, but Black Twitter is known to be going into people.
Black Twitter rules the internet.
That's what I'm saying.
Black Twitter, Black Facebook rules the internet.
They go in when things like this happen, and this is happening. They haven't been going in on it, and I'm not understanding why is it this hype of this chicken sandwich that's causing y'all to just back off and say, okay, I don't want to say nothing because it's Popeyes.
Once again, for the masses always wins. And that's crazy.
It is. So let's move on.
So let's talk about this video. Woo! Now this is
we talking about losses.
This is rich people problems here because I wouldn't even. I could not even. Let me get a little sip here before I even. Okay, so Jay-Z hosted a gala for his Sean Carter Foundation, which is his charity. And he had, some celebrities out and, the who's who was there. We get it. It was kind of like a casino night type thing. And there's a video going around of him and Yo Gotti at a blackjack table. And they were playing high stakes blackjack, of course, because they millionaires. And Yo Gotti lost $500,000. $500,000 on one hand of blackjack. Even Jay-Z had to take a step back from the table. That is a lot of money.
I mean,
I felt like he put his money where he mouth. I felt like, once again, that's somebody who don't know how to stay in their lane. Just because you hanging with them.
But who's to say what his pockets are like, though?
I mean,
but $500,000, I don't care.
$500,000 is a lot of. Even Jay-Z said that's a lot of money. If Jay step back, that's how you know it's an issue. Like, that's just senseless spending money. Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure the money went to a cause that Jay-Z has going on. Lord have mercy. I mean, $500,000.
But 500 is just a little bit.
I get nervous if I bet $50 on the blackjack table, let alone $500,000.
I'm just sitting there watching other people bet because I ain't even trying to get,
If I'm at a blackjack table and somebody bets $500, I ask them what do they think I should do with my hand because I don't want them to lose their money on the account of me. Right. I don't want to take a hit if they plan on doubling down or if they plan on splitting aces or something like that. Right. Ah, man, no. Yeah. No way. Jay-Z had to take a step back from he walked a good 5 to 10 paces away from the table. Just so that he could gather what happened. And Yo Gotti was so in shock that he looked like he didn't say nothing. So, I mean...
Well, they said if you got it, you're going to play it, you're going to spend it, you hope to lose it.
Nah, they say scared money can't win, but no money can't pay the bills. Okay. So...
he may be good, though.
He may be, but that's still a lot of money.
I don't care how rich you are. 500 grand is 500 grand.
Jay-Z is technically a billionaire, right? So if a billionaire is taking a step back from the table, like, woo! That
look could have came from Jay-Z for two reasons. One, because he lost the money, but two, because it went into his pocket.
I mean, but no, he said, man, he was like, bro, that's a lot of money. Like, if you see the video, I wish I could play the video for y'all, but we don't want to get no copyright infringement. But if you can find the video, I'm sure it's circulating around. It's on YouTube. It's on other websites and things. So, but if you can find the video, Jay-Z literally had to take a step back. Like, man, bro.
I wouldn't do it. If you got it, spend it. 500 is a lot of money. So
I'm all for the charity. I'm all for having fun. We go to the casinos every now and then ourselves, but
I stick to the penny machine because I
I
might spend about $20 a hand if I got it.
If I'm up.
Yeah, but
if I'm playing with house money, I might take a little risk. But if I'm playing with my money, what's the table minimum? Yeah, thank you. I do that.
Right.
But yeah, let's move on. The Soul Train Awards came on.
My girl.
Oh, man.
Congratulations to my girl, Summer.
So we're not going to skip over.
Train.
Okay, thank you for that.
Summer
so we're not going to skip over this, this pre-show.
Oh, terrible.
Hot mess.
Claudia.
From what we could tell, either Ray J was drunk or
He was.
I don't know, but I'm not because I can't say for sure.
I'm right when I
He was under. He looked like he was under the influence or something.
Right.
Man, he was all over the place. He called a girl by a wrong name. Not the wrong name. He had the wrong person for the show that he was trying to. And she even told, she said, "Look, Ray J, I'm literally not trying to play you right now, but I'm not even on Bigger." How does that happen? I mean, I understand it's allegedly live, but I think they pre-tape it or have a slight delay. But
pre-tape,
how do you make that mistake as a celebrity interviewing another celebrity? Like, I don't know, man. Claudia, they had the teleprompter above the camera because she was not looking at the camera at all. She was looking straight to the sky, reading directly from the prompter. The cues weren't on time because she was standing there fixing her makeup and her dress and everything live on TV. There was another one. Remember the woman in the background taking everything out of her purse. She was sitting down emptying her purse looking for something. I don't know what she was looking for.
That card that I know.
But I don't think she found it.
With it.
She got up looking like she was tired. They had what else was going on in the pre-show?
It was terrible.
Too much.
Oh my god!
We're gonna go to the show now.
It's a laundry list of things.
It was terrible.
Oh my god!
It was terrible.
The show kicked off.
It was.
They had a grand opening gesture, of course, with Tisha Campbell and Tashina Arnold.
I think they did a good job hosting.
Yeah, they have good chemistry. So
they've been acting together for years.
I think they're real friends. I want to say
they're best friends in real life.
Yeah, so their chemistry is really really works really well.
I got a couple laughs. My best performance was Wale.
Oh my God, Wale is
Kelly
a vibe.
Price.
Wale is a vibe.
Yolanda Adams.
Listen to me. I love Wale. I've been listening to him since the mixtape About Nothing. Right. Is when I first came on with Wale. I know he has a few projects before that, but that's when I first
me too.
got on to him. The mixtape About Nothing, and then what was the album? Attention Deficit was the first album. But he did his thing. He had The Crown. He had he brought Jeremiah out. He brought Kelly Price out. She was looking good. Who else? We had her. Did she perform? No, she won the award.
My best performance of the whole night was Wale. Period, hands down.
Okay. My
girl Summer Walker won. I'm so happy for her.
Oh my God, she was hilarious with her. I knew because we all know that she has social anxiety. She's an introvert. She doesn't really do well with people. But she got up there
and accepted her award because she was going to have, I think, London do it for her.
Yeah, and she got it. She got up there, got that award, got out of there.
I like the tribute.
Which one? Because they did it for Jim and Jam.
Yeah.
Jimmy Jam,
was good.
That was good, but which part though? The first part or the second part? Because
the first part with
Boys the Men and
the old school.
What's his name? The guy from Mint Condition.
Throwback was cool with that.
You know what?
The Cypher, I like the Cypher.
Hold on, but let's not glance over this because when Boys the Men got ready to perform, they went in like a circle. So they were standing in kind of like a triangle because there was only three of them. Yeah.
Whoever sang was standing up front.
The one with the glasses, Sean. Nathan sang his solo portion first. And then Sean,
then Wanye.
And Wanye got up there.
Wanye's trying to tell y'all slept on him so long in that group. Wanye is a great singer. And
Wanye got up there and did he was singing, don't get me wrong, but he was doing the most.
That's how he is.
His theatrics are hilarious. You know what? And I don't know. I know his sons have a group. He has 4 or 5
don't know.
sons.
I don't know nothing about that.
And they said that all his children's name are Wanye, which that would be hilarious if it's true. But after they performed, what's the guy's name from Mint Condition? Stoke. Yeah. Stokely. He got up there and he just kind of like did you see how he snuck in with his microphone? He was like, "Yeah, let's give it up for Boys the Men." So, anyways, I was like, "What?" everybody else had their own microphone in their hand. He just snuck out there with a whole mic stand like he was stealing. And just started performing. I mean, but he did really well though.
He still sings.
I mean, you know, he has a hit out on the radio right now. So
I haven't heard it. I can't even say.
Yeah, he performed it. It's called She. That's what it's called. It's called She. So let's see who else performed.
Let's talk about Yolanda. Okay.
Yolanda took us to church.
Took us to church. Had me crying. Do you hear me? Praise
her
God.
It was just so beautiful. It was so
I like the way they put that together.
I honestly do miss the red long hair. I miss that.
I miss the brunette one as well. She did. She brought down the house. Kurt
Franklin present her with her award. That was hilarious.
That
because
man jumped up and gave
Kurt Franklin is like 5'4", 5'5",
like
and she's 6'1", but she had on heels, so she was a good 6'2", 6'3", easy. And he had to try to jump to kiss her.
That was funny.
Oh, that was a good moment because we know that they're comrades, they're friends. So we understood that there was a little inside joke between the two of them. But that was a good moment to see her accept her award and perform. She still has the vocals, as we all know. Look good. Who else performed? We had
K. Michelle did her thing.
K. Michelle.
She brought back the red ring, so you already know. K is on
K. She wasn't Kimberly. Yes. Overall, it was good.
Luke James.
Oh, how we went to church and then went to bed afterwards. We went to the bedroom.
Luke James.
I felt like they were trying to outdo each other.
Literally, Yolanda performed. They took a commercial break, presented an award, and then Luke James popped up in the bed with two women, and he did his performance.
Half but naked.
Him and BJ the Chicago Kid and what's his name? The other guy. This is on the song with them. BJ the Chicago Kid. I forget his name. I'm sorry. I forget his name. But
Earthquake did good too.
Oh, no. Earth Gang.
I'm sorry. My bad. Earth Gang. I'm sorry. He did really good.
Earth Gang performed a song that they have on the new Queen and Slim.
Collide, right?
No, it's the Queen and Slim soundtrack.
But the song is
the
called
movie.
Collide or something.
It's called. Yeah, I think it is called Collide.
Excuse me for messing that up, but
I think it is called
really
Collide. But
Pink Sweat. I'm mad they didn't let Pink Sweat perform on the actual
Oh
stage.
man, but he'll have his chance. I see him having his chance next year. You know, it's crazy that he's just became a professional singer
about 2 years ago.
as of last year. No, like the early part of last year. So I mean, for him to be on the Soul Train Awards to perform at any capacity that quickly is a testament to his talent and his work ethic.
But what's a no? Is Issa Rae's artist?
Oh my God,
T-Mar with the
yellow chaps on.
Singing, I don't know what old girl had going on, but you know what? Though, I give it up for Issa Rae for even. She moved in silent, and it was just so beautiful.
I applaud Lisa Rae. Issa. I said Lisa. I applaud Issa Rae for even putting herself out there to start a record label and give some of these younger artists a chance because she does so much things with movies and TV,
our community,
and acting.
Like she say, I'm rooting for everybody black.
Man, listen, she don't have time for the stuff that she had. I know her schedule got to be full, and for her to take on, because we know that she loves music, for her to be able to take on other artists' careers and try to mold them and put them out to the world says a lot about her work ethic. Now, this young lady, I'm sorry, T-Mar,
it didn't do it.
It may be some other things that she has.
That's about, but that's not.
That one that she performed last night,
it wasn't
not it.
And we just gonna leave it at that. I don't want to say too much.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to come down on the girl.
I applaud her because Issa picked her to come on Soul Train Award.
I just applaud all of the artists that performed last night because it takes a level of talent, artistry, and work in order for them to even be there. So, for us to, on the outside looking in, it's easy for us to say that that something is not good or something like that because we're consumers, but at the same time, it's their art, so it may be good to her. So, I mean, is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
That's it for this week.
What else? And it's all for Soul Train Awards?
It was good. I liked it. Every year it gets better. I like the chemistry between Gina and Pam.
They just need to clean it up a little bit. The actual award show itself was good.
Yeah, but that pre-show they have to get it together.
The pre-show they gotta clean it up a little bit.
And we need a couple of more.
Now they wonder
artists
why
to perform.
But see, they wonder why they don't take the other. I mean, big name artists like Drake and Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole and stuff. They first of all they don't care about awards anyway, but they wonder why people like Beyonce and all that they don't take it serious because you don't take it serious.
Right.
You have to be able to put on a professional show. Look at the Grammys. The Grammys require you to have...
The show itself was good. And, of course, the censor man was sleeping. I don't know what, because they had a whole lot of cursing going on. But
oh, you know who else had a entertaining performance? Morris Day. Morris Day with Jimmy... My bad. It's not just Morris Day because their group is called The Times. So, Morris Day and Babyface and Jimmy Jazz and Terry Lewis.
Yeah.
I mean, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. All of them.
And Sir as well.
Oh, Sir had a good performance too. Sir, if y'all don't know who Sir is, check him out, please. I encourage you. He brought his brother out to play the keyboard for him, and they both, D-Smoke.
D-Smoke was the winner of Rhythm and Flow. Oh,
right.
You know.
Right. He won the Rhythm and Flow, which is that show that's on Netflix.
I just know Twitter was talking about it.
Yeah, it's the show that's on Netflix. But that's his older brother. So if you haven't got a chance to check out Sir and D-Smoke, please do. Yeah. Because they're next up. But yeah, that'll just about wrap it up. We had a lot to cover. We'll get back to you guys next week. We'll cover some.
Make sure you tune in because we're gonna talk about Thanksgiving. You know, one of our favorite holidays coming up because it's holiday season. So Thanksgiving, you already know we here in Atlanta. So you know, Thanksgiving night. You know what I'm saying?
It's a big deal in the South.
Big deal because you know,
who made the potato salad? Stop playing with me. First of all, shout out to Hold on, time out. First of all, shout out to them boys.
You know what I'm saying? We rise
because
up.
No, actually we're 3-7 now.
Make sure you get it right.
But y'all lost us though.
But okay,
and shout out to Atlanta United. Hold on, let me say this because I'm a real avid AU supporter. So shout out to Atlanta United on the season that we had.
I'm from the home, but I'm not a home team fan.
Well, you ain't got to say that in this portion. So shout out to Atlanta United. We're gonna come back next year and get that chip again. And we out. Like, comment, subscribe, share.
Hit that notification bell.
Hit the notification bell so you can get a notification on everything that we do. Peace.